I think I'm finished dabbling with evolution. It would appear I'm the one who must change.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Struggle, and today I'm going to be doing a video or an overview of the character Dr. Genus from the One Punch Man manga series. This overview only covers what happens in the manga and not the webcomic, so keep that in mind. And with that said, let's just jump right on in. And oh yeah, spoilers. So Dr. Genus, from a very early age, Dr. Genus had a genius level intellect, and with his genius level intellect, he contributed a lot to the scientific or to the human world. But eventually, after a certain point, he started pitching ideas that humans should take their evolution into their own hands and evolve, because he thought that, well, humans had unlimited potential, and they should take that into their own hands. But naturally, everyone called him crazy and thought his ideas were wacko, so he decided to take matters into his own hands. After decades of research and studying, at the age of 70, he finally managed to lay the groundwork for his master plan of forced evolution. He at first, what he did when after this was that he halted his aging process. That's how smart this dude is. He halted his aging process and regained his youth. He made a bunch of clones of himself, and then he disappeared from human society altogether, and then created the House of Evolution. In the House of Evolution, that's where he continued his experiments and his research into evolution, or creating a better human, essentially. uh, Better humanity. Yeah, so yeah, in this process, throughout this time period, which again, we don't know the exact time period or how long ago this was. This could have been 20 years ago for all we know, or maybe 5 years ago, 3 years ago, like Saitama. We don't know. But anyway, after a certain point, Dr. The genius would eventually find a lot of success. He would create creatures that you know, such as Carnage Kabuto, Frogman, and the most famous that we know of being Zombie Man, and Beast King, and the likes. Mosquito Girl, no, Groundhog Man, and all of them. After a point, we don't know how this happened, but Mosquito Girl went on a rampage. One of his creations went on a rampage, and this creation was defeated by Saitama. Dr. Genus had a spy cam there and camera, and he managed to see Saitama defeated Mosquito Girl. This piqued his interest in Saitama, so he sent out the hit squad, to go and capture Saitama. And during that, Saitama naturally defeated the entire squad, which made Dr. Genus lose his mind, because this squad was apparently so elite it was actually meant to literally wipe out all of humanity. So yeah, just keep that in mind. After a while, Saitama interrogated one of the monsters known as Armored Gorilla. Armored Gorilla then revealed the location of where Dr. Genus is, and Saitama and Genus would then head over there. And it took them 4 hours to get there, by the way. I just wanted to say that, which is insane. That's a long time. I thought it would take a couple seconds at most, especially for Saitama. Well, Genus was there, so it probably was going, but okay, let's focus. So, after Dr. Genus got word of that his hit squad was defeated by Saitama, he then decides to release the strongest, most powerful creation of his, that being Carnage Kabuto, to deal with Saitama. And for those of you who don't know, Carnage Kabuto is, in the One Punch Man fandom, is what you would consider a high dragon. Yeah, so, which is an insanely powerful creation. So he released Carnage Kabuto to deal with Saitama. After a brief fight with Saitama, Saitama would then defeat Carnage Kabuto in a single punch, which shattered Dr. Genus's conviction in genetic evolution, and he decides that he no longer wants to do any of this. He no longer wants to do any more research or evolution, and just wants to make a change in his life. We don't actually see him for a while after this, and the next time we see him is he's running a I think it's a noodle shop with Armored Gorilla, who actually managed to survive with one of his creation, Armored Gorilla. And that's when he explains to us the whole limiter, and then he would explain to us, Zombie Man, the concept of limiter, and that Saitama had managed to remove his limiter, and he had a conversation with Zombie Man. And the last we saw of him in the manga is he was going to help Zombie Man remove his limiter, and that's the last we saw of Dr. Genus. Again, in the One Punch Man, he seems to be a very important figure in the One Punch Man universe, and he's an incredibly powerful figure. Like, he's obviously high dragon, or at least above dragon, up there with I would say up there with what's his name, Metal Knight. Because I mean, one's biology and one's technology, they're actually the same, really, just same thing, different reasons. Yeah, so yeah, that's the overview of Dr. Genus from the One Punch Man manga series. Yeah, comment down below, let me know what you think, and like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye, guys.